Welcome back to Gentle Herb Living. Every once in a while, you stumble upon a natural partnership that feels almost too good to be true. For me, one of those discoveries was the bond between comfrey and worms. On their own, each is powerful, comfrey with its deep-rooted mineral mining and worms with their tireless soil building. But together, they create a cycle that turns scraps and weeds into humus so rich and alive that your garden can't help but thrive. Today, I'll take you step by step through how to combine comfrey and worms, creating a system that practically transforms your soil overnight. Why comfrey is the perfect worm food? Comfrey is often called a dynamic accumulator. Its roots travel deep into the subsoil, drawing up potassium, calcium, nitrogen, and trace minerals that most plants can't reach. The leaves are thick and nutrient-dense, breaking down rapidly when chopped. For worms, that means an easily digestible, mineral-rich feed that not only fattens them up, but also supercharges their castings with extra fertility. By cycling comfrey through your worm system, you aren't just feeding worms, you're essentially mining deep nutrients and turning them into a form your vegetables can use immediately. Step 1. Harvesting comfrey correctly. The first step is to establish a patch of comfrey in your garden if you don't already have one. Bocking 14 comfrey is the variety most gardeners use because it doesn't spread aggressively by seed. Once your comfrey is established, cut the leaves when they're large and green, but before they get tough or die back. Use a sharp knife or shears and cut close to the ground. Comfrey grows back quickly, so you can harvest several times each season. Always wear gloves. The leaves can be a little irritating to the skin. Step 2. Preparing comfrey for worms. Fresh comfrey leaves are excellent worm food, but chopping them into smaller pieces speeds everything up. Lay the leaves on a cutting board or tarp and chop them into 2-inch sections. This increases the surface area, which helps microbes colonize more quickly. Some gardeners wilt the leaves for 24 hours before feeding them to worms. This reduces water content slightly and prevents your bin or trench from going too wet and soggy. Step 3. Adding comfrey to a worm bin or pile. Now it's time to feed. If you're working with a worm bin, gently pull back the bedding, lay down a layer of chopped comfrey and cover it back over with cardboard, shredded leaves, or old bedding. Always bury the comfrey. Exposed greens can attract flies. Start small, a handful or 2 at a time until you see how your worms respond. They'll usually swarm the comfrey within days, leaving behind rich castings. For larger garden trenches or outdoor piles, dig a shallow pocket, place the comfrey inside and cover with soil or mulch. The worms will come up from below and feed as the leaves soften. Step 4. Building a comfrey worm cycle. Here's where the magic really happens. Instead of thinking of comfrey as just a one-off feed, use it as part of a regular cycle. Harvest comfrey, feed it to worms, harvest castings, and return those castings to your soil where comfrey is growing. This cycle deepens over time, creating soil that is constantly replenished with minerals. The worms multiply, the comfrey keeps producing, and your garden benefits from a closed-loop system that costs you nothing but a bit of labor. Step 5. Applying castings enriched with comfrey. When your worm system has processed the comfrey, the castings are ready to use. These are particularly rich in potassium and calcium, making them ideal for fruiting plants like tomatoes, peppers, and squash. You can side dress your plants by sprinkling a layer around the base, brew a worm casting tea for foliar sprays, or work castings into your seed starting mix. Every application delivers both nutrients and beneficial microbes directly where your plants need them. The Gentle Herb Living takeaway. The partnership between comfrey and worms is one of nature's quiet secrets. By combining a deep-rooted mineral accumulator with the Earth's best recyclers, you create a soil-building system that is self-sustaining, nutrient-dense, and incredibly effective. You don't need fancy equipment or expensive inputs. Just a comfrey patch, a healthy worm population, and the willingness to connect them in a cycle. Try it in your own garden, and you'll see the difference in stronger plants, healthier soil, and a reduced need for outside fertilizers. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to subscribe to Gentle Herb Living and share this with a gardener who could use a little comfrey and worm magic. Together we can grow gardens that truly live.